What's good, people? It's your boy, Class, and I'm back at it again. What am I back at again, you ask? Class Wall of Shame. A show to prevent viewers from watching movies that would murder your precious time. Or, just like ugly sweaters, maybe crappy movies will be the tradition too. Either way, let's get on with the show. Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Or, for shorter, Indy 4. I only saw this movie once in my life, and that was 12 years ago, and it's still fresh in my brain. The best description of how bad this movie was has to go to South Park's episode, where Steven Spielberg and George Lucas not only screwed Dr. Jones of his franchise, they actually do some real screwing in this episode, depicted on how the audience really felt about the fourth one in real life. Harrison Ford couldn't save this movie. Not after his famous line, close to the end of the movie, that makes you want to yank your teeth out. From how much cheese was used to make such a terrible plot twist. As a matter of fact, not even the beginning. When we get to see him donning the hat and the leather jacket once again, only brings us to a slight joy on our radar. Before it takes us away by a side character added to the franchise. The film hints out a little that Shia LaBeouf may take the mantle after Indy, since, get this, spoiler alert, Shia is his son, who Indy didn't even know he had until he crossed paths. They make Shia this greaser looking guy, rocking a black leather jacket, which begs the question, why? I mean, they sprung this teenager on him, and we're not supposed to think Indy isn't a womanizer. The guy hooked up with one of the women in the franchise and never calls her again. Kinda reminds me of this episode in Bob's Burger, where this guy teaches married women how to fly a small plane, and at some point, the pilot pretends they're in danger from almost dying, which he stages everything and tricks them into believing he saved their lives so he can get some. Indy, you sick thrill-seeking bastard. Greaser for a son, mom left to raise for years on her own, what else? The treasure was a joke, relying on some of the Last Crusade magic to give it some pizzazz, and it failed badly. Giant ants to give us more Ant-Man and less Indy, and swinging with the vines to give us more Tarzan vibes, and aliens to give us more of an E.T. Never Went Home scenario. This film did not live up to Indiana Jones franchise, not even close. The formula was there. You put an element of treasure to search for, plus an artifact intriguing to search for, with the power it holds to possibly rule the world, or wind up in the museum, Indy trying to stop evil from possessing it. It had all the formula. What fell flat? The treasure leading up to was a waste of a journey, since the treasure kills those who open it, and it leaves in the most bizarre way. It was like they were trying to put Star Wars and Indy in the same universe. The action scene was over-exaggeration of what would occur in certain scenarios. I make my point with the fridge nuke scene. Not familiar? Let me paint the picture. Indy finds himself in a nuke testing site, where Americans are about to test out an atomic nuclear bomb. Okay? Atomic nuclear bomb. So Indy thinks on his feet, and he believes a refrigerator he finds there in the testing field house model will help him from radioactive chemicals and a bomb that took out thousands of people in real life to keep him safe. Okay. It turns out he was right, because he rockets out of there using the fridge as a rocket and a jet fuel from the nuke's impact to land with no broken bones or skin damage done to him. Yeah, that's believable. Someone should have hit up Stan Lee to pitch for ideas, since his Hulk gamma radiation story was more realistic than this. Trilogies are challenging, but with the right story and proper vision, it can be done right. What's important is we still have 3 Indiana Jones to call epic. Another crapper hits the wall, and this one definitely gonna stick. I'm out.